And I'll tell you guys since we're all friends. Every character I write has a piece of me in them. Hi, I'm Lee Bardugo. You're listening to the GrishaCast.
Welcome to GrishaCast, episode 148. In this episode, we will be discussing episode 1 of season 2 of Shadow and Bone, No Shelter But Me. This is your host, Eric.
And I'm Terry from Nashville, Tennessee. This is your podcast for all things Grishaverse.
A world created by our own executive producer, Lee Bardugo. Moi savieni, casters.
Hi there.
Woo.
Yay.
So let's do some listener cities.
Okay, First, we're going to say hello to a city just up the road, Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Woo! Hello, y'all.
Hi.
And then we're going to Oftringen, Switzerland.
That is not down the road.
It is not. It is across the big pond.
It sure is. Thank you all for listening.
Yes, and yay, you're here.
I'm here.
Terry, oh, I'm so glad.
I'm so excited.
I am too, because
For several reasons.
right, I've missed you. It's fun to be able to talk about all the things we want to talk about. And how long has it been? How long has it been since I've seen you?
At least 2 weeks.
I feel like it's been longer.
I know. That's what happens because we usually see each other once a week.
Yes.
But I was so sick. So, I'm very thankful to just even, be feeling better because, it was really, really bad.
You were miserable because you never get sick. And when you do have, little things, you never complain about it.
Yeah.
But you were texting me about what was going on.
It was
and I
so
knew
bad. I didn't even realize this, but, COVID causes inflammation.
Yeah.
And so, every single injury I had ever gotten in my life became inflamed.
Oh, my God.
So, smashing my ankle in 2004, that became, the most painful thing ever. And I don't ever feel it ever. The cracked rib I got in, 1999, became, it was so bad.
Sounds
The pain was awful.
Sounds like COVID really wanted to take you down memory
It
road.
did. It actually did. And all I could do was, lay there because I couldn't even lift my arms up.
Oh.
I'm just laying there thinking about all the injuries I've ever had in my life. Thank goodness I'm renting a Tesla. That is the only way I got to the doctor's office.
Thank God.
Right? Thank God for my Tesla. Because I'm just renting it. I'm not that bougie.
No.
Because
It sounded funny.
I was like, how do I get to the doctor to even do the test? Because I could barely move. And I literally, my neighbors probably thought that I was totally wackadoodle because I was crawling like the Darkling, out to my car, climbing in. And I'm like, Tesla, drive me.
And your own COVID Nietzsche Voya pop out and wow.
Yeah.
Well, we are glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
COVID is horrible. It is.
This time around, it was. First time around was not. This time around, kicked my tush.
This last strain or whatever the last time I got COVID, because I don't know, I've got it 2 or 3 times now. But anyways, this last time, whew, it was a kick in the.
Did you get Paxlovid?
I got something. I don't know. Chris, I'd have to ask Chris because Chris is the one. I was unconscious for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Literally, couldn't do anything. And I know Chris gave me a pill.
This is a series of pills, but it's it's an emergency medication, but you have to take it anyway. It was magic.
That's good.
It was pure magic.
Oh, God. Anything that'll make you feel any way better when you have
Any
COVID.
better.
Because that's rough. I've just never hurt so much in my entire life until I had COVID. But hey, okay, so we are done with COVID.
On to better topics.
Yes, absolutely. On to better topics. We are so excited to be back. One, because we are discussing some really cool stuff, obviously.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and we are so happy to be doing this the day of. So, we're happy everybody's going to be able to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is awesome. So, yeah, but before we get into that, I did want to ask you. So, I've been watching the new Interview with the Vampire show.
Yes.
Have you watched anything?
No.
Does it seem
No,
appealing to you? Or
I
no?
don't have that like app, so I'm gonna have to like do the trial when I have
That's
a
what
few
I d-
days when I don't have anything else going on, so
Yeah.
I can like binge.
Yes,
But I'm very weary of it. I've heard great things.
I know, because you're a huge Anne Rice
But
fan.
like I'm so weary of it.
I understand.
And I'm also a big fan of the movie. Like everybody
yeah,
dogs that movie,
it's a good
but
movie.
like it's like my comfort movie. Like it's something that I know you know me. I never
Yeah.
rewatch, I never reread, I don't do those things. I have watched that movie hundreds of times easily.
It doesn't. I know that about you, and I know that that's why it was like such a pressing, weird little question because I just know how much it means to you. And I started watching it because I got I started. Amazon does this to you. They let you watch one episode of something for free, and then you
Yes.
find out, oh wait a minute, I can't watch the
Yes.
rest of them. So
They know how to get you.
they do. So there I was, and I had to finish Mayfair Witches, and then which is another Anne Rice.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm watching Interview with the Vampire, and oh my God, it's just really good. It's all the things that I think. I don't want to spoil it for you. I just I
mean, I know the
premise of it. I'm sure. Well, yeah,
I know the
obviously.
story.
I just because in the movie, I feel like they alluded to homosexuality, but didn't really like go with it. Am I correct with that?
It's not considered homosexuality.
Okay,
But
they didn't.
yeah, in the book or in the movie, I think because of the time
Yeah.
that it was like 1998 or something like that
Mhm.
when the movie came out. So I think at the time they couldn't show the love, not
Right.
really love, I don't know what it is, but because in the book they're very close.
Okay. So they just full out, throw that out there. It's not even a question. I think it's great. And I love the person, whoever is playing Lestat. Oh my
See,
God.
that terrifies me.
I know. I'm going to say,
Lestat was my first love.
this person plays, I think, an incredible Lestat. I love him. Oh no, it's really good. It's really interesting. So I just wanted to ask you and see. You're gonna have to.
I do.
Watch it.
I do have to.
It's,
I'm gonna have to like be in a good attitude.
Yeah.
And
Now
not
I'm
have
nervous.
anything else
Oh
going.
God.
No, I've really heard great things. Like even Venus
Yeah.
has talked about it a lot, and they are really big Anne Rice Interview with the Vampire fans, and they've said that they really enjoyed it. So fingers crossed. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But like they're a sweet little cancer, and I'm not. So
Yeah. I hope you love it. I haven't finished it. I'm only a couple episodes in, but I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. I think I don't know. The story is very I want to ask you questions about it. So
dude, have you read?
no.
Okay, so you don't know like how.
The only thing I do love the original movie. I love
Okay.
that movie. I think it's great. I have seen the movie numerous times, but I've not read it. I do need to sometimes sit down because I think now I would be able to read and process
Appreciate it
and
more.
enjoy. Yeah, because I think I tried when I was a lot younger, and I wasn't you, so I couldn't
Right.
read that. But
It'll mean more
yeah,
now. Like if I could go back now and read it for the first time, it would do very different things to me than it did
I'm sure.
then.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make sure that I do put that on my to-do
Yeah.
list because it actually the show, the Mayfair Witches, I didn't know anything about that, and it makes me want to read those. Just I don't know, AMC. It's AMC
Yeah.
Plus that's doing these
Yeah.
shows, and I was like, wow, they really love Anne Rice. I mean, it's just two really great shows back to back. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know, it's intriguing.
I'll tell you what I did watch.
Hmm.
The 11 days where I was in bed doing absolutely nothing except for binge watching trash TV. I
Ooh.
watched 3 seasons of Married at First Sight.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I did watch. I'll tell you that. I love trash TV.
Mhm.
And I'm not ashamed of it.
You don't need to be.
Now the thing, it's very hetero,
You're in a safe
obviously,
space.
but it's I love other people's dirty laundry so much, and this show, it's like you can't hide. So like it literally just airs all these people's like drama and trauma and dirty laundry, and it is just delicious, and I eat it up.
I'm glad because I know you love Big Brother and things like that. So
Yes.
I'm
Oh, this is trash TV.
okay.
This is like not even like intellectual Big Brother stuff. This is like
I haven't watched either.
trash.
Wow. I haven't watched a reality show in a long time. Well, Drag Race, but haven't seen any season of that.
Like they literally don't know each other, and they like meet at the altar, and they're married.
Oh wow. I was
It's amazing.
there at my office. I've never heard of this show, but I guess it's another reality show where it's like farmer gets a wife.
Farmer wants a wife.
Yeah.
That's on my list.
But they like my friend someone was like, "Oh my god, this show is premiering. We need to get you on there." And I'm like, "What? Why?" And because she likes horses, and I was just like, "Girl, you can do better than that. Don't worry." I thought it was really funny. But Ashley, I'm here for you, girl.
That's on my that's on my list. Love is Blind is one of my favorite ones. I love Love is Blind.
That's on Netflix.
Yes. So
haven't
is
seen
Married
that.
at First Sight. But like
okay.
the premise behind Love is Blind, I think is really cool.
Oh.
In practice, it doesn't really work, but the the premise behind it's really cool. But yes, trash TV. So if anybody has any recommendations for the trash TV, so
Send it to Terry.
I did ask for recommendations for a few people, and they all gave me things like The Real Housewives, not a fan,
No.
and Bad Girls Club, not a
No.
fan. So I don't know what the difference is, like what kind of trash TV I like and what I don't like, but give me all the suggestions. I'll try it.
Yeah. Probably not the Bravo trash TV one.
That's probably
what it is.
That's probably it.
Because I'm hearing
I
a
hate
trend.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that whole family dynamic situation. I won't go into that.
No. Mm-mm.
I mean, if you're a fan of it, then like absolutely watch your heart's content out and enjoy yourself.
Enjoy it.
But like I don't know. I love Survivor. That's not
Oh.
really trashy. That's a little more intellectual. Anyway,
Hey, so
that's what we've been
I'm glad you
Speaking of TV shows,
were able to binge that. We probably should, I do want to keep talking about everything, but
all the things.
we do need to get started. And you know what? Maybe, do you so, okay. First thoughts, I was super excited. I will go ahead and say I have not been able to sit and binge this entire season.
No, I've only seen the first episode.
Same here.
Which is great.
I just was able to watch it literally ended 10 minutes before you got here.
I watched it right before I came here.
Okay. Do you think you know and remember enough for us to just talk about it, or do we need to have it playing? I can do either way, I realize. Doesn't matter. What do you
We can talk about it if we want to.
do you think do you remember it? Because my concern was I was like, oh my god, this is so fresh. Am I going to remember everything? But I think I will.
If you need to have it on, then have it on.
I think you're good at usually reminding me of things.
I also already had a conversation about it, so
yes, that helps.
It does help.
But okay, so we're gonna first say we don't know anything about anything except for this first episode. A lot of people are talking.
I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
No spoilers.
The only spoiler I have is everybody's excited.
Yes.
They're
which
very
is good.
passionate about it. I'm excited. This first episode, I think I didn't know what to expect.
You can tell that they put more money into it.
Absolutely. From the very beginning.
The very, very beginning with the gate situation. It was already we're coming out the gate with all this money. You like what I did there?
Yes, I did. It's very clever. And I love that opening scene where it shows Shadow and Bone and also that gate that you're talking about. And then they have a Volcra coming rip it. I thought that was so cool.
So it also, I had this moment because it also reminded me of, I think it was the beginning of when Nikolai came to that barn. Like,
Oh,
I just had,
yes.
I was like, it kind of reminds me of that too, but I know it's not that, but
Yeah, okay.
just sometimes my brain is like, oh, that too.
Hey.
But like literally so much money. Like even the scenes, there's like more people in the scenes. There's more like background actors. There's like just the costuming,
Everything. Yeah.
everything.
And while we're on that, like, I mean, I particularly love how they're using the map in it. I thought that was
I had to pause it, and I looked at Alden. I was like, Eric is screaming right now. Eric is screaming. I could hear him screaming.
I was like,
I shed a tear when they showed the map.
it's such a nice thing for us readers because, like, one, it's just so moving. I love it. I love how they're using it, and it's gonna be a prop that they're obviously gonna use.
It reminds me of some of the other shows, like the Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Where they show like how, yeah. But I knew, I could feel it.
I think what I'm so impressed with is they really are using the actual map, and they didn't just take the map and change it around a little bit and redesign it. Like, it literally is like the same images still, just they brought it to life. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. So, okay. So that's a cool thing.
That was,
Well,
that's going to be it.
Yeah, I was screaming.
So I am actually like really glad yesterday my son and I watched the last 4 episodes of the first season, because as many times as I've seen the first season, I missed something.
Oh, yeah.
I missed something that I did not notice until last night. And then it makes this season make more sense in one sense. In one sense. The whole antler situation.
Yeah, the amplifier.
She doesn't have it in this episode. Like, it's not like
visible. Because
I somehow missed the whole thing that it absorbed into her.
Well, wait. Hold on. So you're saying, like, I mean, because I thought you couldn't see it because it's like right here.
It was right here. Like her collar, like all of her clothes were going around it, and it was like sticking out.
So she had
So did you miss this too? It happened real fast, and that's how I missed it.
They show it?
Yes.
What?
Yes. And I'm talking like half a second.
Okay.
When she's on the skiff, sorry, we're going back to season 1, but it's important. When she's when they're on the skiff at the end with the Darkling using her powers, the stag comes to her in this vision of like, I chose you, Alina. Only you can prevent forest fires. And so, and then she's like, whoa.
Yeah.
In that moment, you can see the amplifier absorb into her.
Because she accepts.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. That's interesting.
Totally missed it. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen the show.
Right.
And it wasn't till last night that I was like, oh my gosh, it's gone. Like, it completely goes in. So so like it bothered me on like a reader standpoint.
Well, right.
But on like a TV standpoint, I can imagine that would be really difficult to keep up with having that all the time. So
I get it.
That's why you cannot see the stag antlers.
I completely forgot about it, to be honest. That she's supposed to have those. I love that. That's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to see that. I didn't catch that.
Yep.
Wow. Well, okay, so that's so crazy.
Yeah.
I do like it though. I think that kind of makes some sense.
Yeah.
I think it's neat.
Mm-hmm.
So with the beginning of the show, we finally they did release the first 7 minutes yesterday. Did you watch
No.
Yeah. So it was. Anyways, I did actually watch that because I didn't watch it as well, but the scene that I remember watching the trailer and saying when you see the fold coming towards Alina, I remember specifically being like, Alina is not in that is not when the fold comes and like hits her, I remember specifically saying like that can't be Alina because Alina doesn't have the fold come and hit her. However, proven wrong. Yes, this is her dreaming, so
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, the second
The-
they started showing that, Alden and I both were like, she's dreaming.
Yeah, it's a dream. And what I think is really interesting is the dream is they keep going towards that through this episode. Like she keeps on having these dreams,
Yeah,
and I
because
wonder.
they're like premonitions.
Right, she doesn't
Yeah.
realize that at first, but I wonder if, like, I mean, you know how in I think it's Siege and Storm or Rune and Rising, where Alina starts to communicate with the Darkling.
Yeah,
I wonder if that, like, because right now where we are, she still is just dreaming and hasn't made the connection that she's actually talking to him. I wonder if that's what.
she does in like the middle of the show where she has that like
Right, but
Yeah.
doesn't she think she's? Does she still? Oh, does she not? I thought she was thinking.
maybe she still does. Maybe she.
I thought she was dreaming. At least it showed it that way. That's what I thought, but I've only watched it once. And
Yeah.
You know me, so.
Yeah, I only watched it once.
Well, we'll just have to. We'll put a pin in that
Yeah.
and see. But I
could have done without them making out for like 800,000 hours. Like, okay.
They really push that. Like they are very much like.
Why did I feel yucky?
I think because they haven't had that relationship. Like, I mean, they haven't shown that. Like last season, I mean, my God, they
There
kissed
wasn't-
once, right?
yeah,
Once
yeah.
at the very end.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of romance.
And now we're seeing it's. I think what's funny is like at the beginning of the show, they definitely are still in the place where like they're like iffy to be like kissing and they don't know what to do. But then they get on the bed and then it's just like once they get on that
Yeah.
bed, they just can't get their hands off each other.
yeah,
I know it's weird.
It made me feel yucky, and I'm not like a prude or anything, but I was like, okay, moving on. All right, moving on. I don't know if like if I'm just not feeling the chemistry.
I think that's what it is. I think it's also we have these thoughts about book mal.
I guess,
It's hard. I
but
get
it was weird. I don't know too, like because they seem like children to me. I don't know. Don't know. But it wasn't. I'm good to like. Let's move on from this. Okay, they're kissing. I get it. They're in love. All right,
Right.
moving on.
Kind of
But
like
in the trailer, it shows them doing it. So
oh,
waiting on that moment.
ugh.
Ugh.
Well, moving on.
The whole Novia Zim thing threw me off because in the book, like I had to talk through this. In the beginning of Siege and Storm,
Yeah.
they're working in factory. She's working at that Jerda factory.
Right.
She's got like, yellow finger, orange fingers, and blah, blah, blah. And they're hiding and they're going to this like hotel inn situation and
Yeah.
they're attacked by the Nichavoya.
Did you not realize they were in Novia
In
Zim?
the show, though,
Yeah.
I was curious why we had to change that up. Like, why is the first army like suddenly in it, and why like are we making a big show that like Mal is a deserter? Like, is that like this big show of like, look, he's a deserter, and then Alina showing her powers to everyone in front of the whole town? That whole thing was like, why are we doing this?
So I agree. I think what's happening is I think they're taking because so we see the boat thing at the very end of Shadow and Bone. Remember how she writes the like little like epilogue and prologue,
Mhm.
and like so like the very last one, the end is actually like I just remember reading it's like them on the boat. So I know that's where we're starting, like at the very end
Yeah.
of that book. But she also does blind like it's not a show and it's not for the entire town,
Yeah.
but she blinds two soldiers. But yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot more revealed to us, but I think it's just they're having to combine two stories that I don't know,
Yeah.
and they're changing some things around. I mean, just that's something. It's weird. We definitely are not where we were last season, where it was like you knew what was going on. Like right now, I feel
Yeah.
like
It's like
I don't know.
It's like you take everything from all books and like it's in a blender. Is basically what it felt like today.
Overloaded almost.
Like I have so many things to like bring up.
There's
I'm like, but
there's a lot.
Okay, crows.
Yes.
So many things in there that like, what the heck is happening? And
Yeah.
I'm not going to be going in order. I'm going to be going like all over the
Neither
place.
am I.
But hello, Jesper being revealed as Grisha all of a sudden, like.
And Kaz catches it. Like, I mean.
So I think Kaz always knew.
Right.
Because like talking back through the Crow books, Jesper did not know.
Right.
Because his mom was a Grisha.
Right.
Zawa. And his dad knew that Jesper was Grisha, but he kept it from him because he didn't want him to have that burden. So, like, Jesper did not know he was Grisha. I do think that Kaz knew because when they're going through the heist,
yes,
and he's asking him to pick the lock thing to take the whatever. So, like, I think because Kaz knows everything, right?
Kaz
like,
does.
He just knows everything. But, like, it felt like when they said Alexander in the first series, like you're giving something up too quickly.
I agree. I absolutely agree. I was shocked when I was like, what?
It was a letdown.
It was just like, it was really fast. And I think also why? Like, I mean, I didn't understand the purpose of really revealing that. So like, I didn't see it after the fact. It's kind of.
I don't know if they just want to give us more Jesper Grisha action. I don't know, but it kind of hurt my heart a little bit.
There's a lot. One concern that I have about this season is that from this very first episode, there is a lot of stuff going. Like, I mean, there's just so much. I hope that this season isn't so much. Like, just all, like, I mean.
Jam-packed.
Right. Because, I mean, literally, like, I mean, like, my mind, after watching it, I was like, wait, what?
There was a lot.
And, yeah. Okay,
Tanta Haleen?
I was just about to say that.
Dying? Is she really dead, though? But, like, what the heck?
I know. And that's such a quick line, too.
Yeah.
It's like.
Can you imagine that, like, you haven't read these books?
Oh my
God. Like, trying to keep up with this?
Well, and I think we're the crazy ones because we've read the book. So now we are like, it probably would be easier for someone that hasn't.
I don't know, though. Like, would you even, like, if you're watching this, you're like, who the heck was Tanta Haleen? And, like, why is it that big of a deal?
Well, hopefully you saw season 1.
Right, but still, it wasn't like that big of a. It was in the very beginning of the season, and it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, that
you don't know the whole backstory. Anyway, it's that kind of confused me. I
think the whole Pekka Rollins situation of like, so that was interesting because he killed Tanta Haleen to get the Crow Club, but then he turned into the Kalish Prince, which, okay, it's just very confusing. And while that's going on, like, I mean, I don't know. And then Nikolai all of a sudden is a bodyguard for Pekka Rollins.
Yes.
Well, Sturmond,
But he's Sturmond. That was the thing. When he said, I'm Sturmond, I like hit Alden in the knee because I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay, so I love him so far.
Oh,
I really, like, especially when, like, he's like, saying, like, it's the very beginning, like, do you know who I am? And they're like, no. And he's like, well, maybe from this.
Profile.
And I was like, I love you.
Yeah.
And
that was such a Sturmond thing.
He's giving me everything I want so far.
Yeah.
I really cannot wait. However, I know that this actor looks the way that he does, so I don't think we're getting a reveal.
No.
The facial.
And I totally understand that.
Well, that'd be hard.
I completely understand that from like a TV like point of view, because you're either going to have to have like 2 actors or do some unrealistic crap that like would take away from everything. So like, I'm not mad at it.
It's very easy to write about, very different when you're trying to actually portray it.
Reality and
Yes. So I'm really excited about him though. And then Toya and Tamar, their intro is like, I love them. I love that their intro is very like, it's slowed down. It's like in slow motion and the music is like, they're just bad bees,
Mm-hmm.
and they're coming in, and
They look like siblings. The chemistry of
I
siblings
want to
is
do them.
good. They're hot.
They're both
They
hot.
are
Like, I mean,
beautiful, hot creatures.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's whew. And then okay, so then another thing that I think, yeah, this whole first army thing is very confusing. Um, and then when the Darkling actually comes back, Jenya and all these Grisha are in cages
Yeah.
next to the fold.
Yeah.
What?
Because the fold keeps expanding. So
So
he's hoping that like they're gonna be killed by the fold because they're responsible for it.
so okay, where did where did they come from though? Like that's what I'm confused about.
Cotton Eye
Like
Joe. I don't
they were on the ship, I think, at the very end, right? Were they
skiff.
weren't they? Like at the very end of the last season. Wasn't Jenya on there? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just why is Jenya in
No.
a cage next to the fold
I
and
don't
you don't know anything?
know. That whole thing like was really weird.
Because they scare off like he scares off some like first army, right? They're there
Yeah,
first and they're
yeah.
like it's very odd. Okay. Glad
It is weird.
I'm glad you're confused too.
But I'm starting to see like at the end where it was like going to catch up because I had to run through everything in my mind. So like when in the books when they get attacked by the Nichavoya and the Darkling needs Mal to track the sea whip, so he takes them on the ship, who is captained by Sturmund, but the Darkling is running the show.
Yes.
And so now we have Alina and Mal on the ship with Sturmund. But
Go.
where's the Darkling? He just picked up Jenya. So at some point, this is a spoiler happy place here
Yes,
right
it
now.
is. Yeah.
Jenya has to help Alina in some point to get
I hope
in trouble enough to be destroyed by
the Darkling
the creatures to be scarred up. So we have to get the Darkling and Jenya
together.
on that ship or in the mix somehow here.
Right. Okay. So maybe it's just making sure that we see that their relationship is because I mean, to be honest, when because the Darkling puts his hand out, he lets Jenya like free,
Mhm.
and then he puts his hand out saying, "Hey, I want to go get some stew. I'm hungry."
That was weird to me.
Because he was like, "I'm gonna go down
I'm
to
famished.
I'm gonna go kill all the people in the village and make something to eat." And I'm like,
That was so weird. Like it's not
Okay.
on brand for the Darkling.
"Are you?"
It just I don't know. That thing was weird.
It was.
Let's have dinner, babe.
So he puts his hand out. Like, I mean, literally, like, I mean, and Jenya, like, I mean, I was like, I don't know if she's going to go for that hand. She doesn't grab the hand, but she walks
Yeah.
towards him. So she's definitely like, it's just so weird. I don't know why she ended up there. But hey, she's there. She's now eating dinner with him at the
Having some
Outback
kvass and
Yep.
the next weird thing we need to talk about is Wylan.
Okay, yes.
That's a whole weird situation.
Talking about just the way.
I mean, just like bam.
Yeah,
Like,
he's.
I know when he's introduced in Six of Crows, it is Kaz, just like here's
Yes.
Wylan. But later on, we get the whole story about how he had Jesper go and talk to him and recruit
Right.
him and all this stuff. But it was so like they all know each other already, and
Yeah. He's playing the flute.
he's playing the flute really awesomely, I might add.
Right. And then gets
But he already has the
skills.
chemistry set.
Oh no,
and
he's got more than that. He's got like
a whole laboratory.
whole studio where he apparently just makes lots of stuff. Yeah, there's okay. So since you brought that up, that reminded me like okay, Nina Zenik,
Yeah.
love her, but the way like she's incredible, but the way that she's meeting. I think that's really weird. Like I mean that story point where like all of a sudden Inej finds her randomly and Nina saves Inej by
Yeah.
like using her heartrender powers and then is trying to get into Hellgate, which
Mhm.
is actually we do know like I mean that's what she has wanted to do.
Yeah.
But something just feels like it's oh god, see, I'm already confused. Because then they all meet at the factory. I think what it is, you know what? We don't read this like meeting, do we?
No,
So
we don't.
that's why
Because
I'm
in Six of
confused.
Crows, they just go see her.
Yes, you're
They
right.
don't, there's no like introduction in Six of Crows. And they don't really talk about much about how they met Nina.
Right. And then so and at that exact moment, then it's like Kaz gets all his people, and then they go up on the roof, and he blew up what was
The Crow Club
what was the Crow Club,
Kalish
now is the
Prince.
Kalish Prince, to get back
and all of
at
Jesper's hats.
yep, all of just I know
R.I.P.
there are important things to like, and that is sad. Fashion is very important to Jesper, and I love
Jesper had great moments in this
he did.
episode.
Yes, he is. I think everybody really shined, to be honest.
They did, but like
Jesper did
the
do.
facial, like I was really paying attention to like his facial expressions and his reactions to things, and like he really, that actor really like is just, even when he's not the main point of the scene, he draws you to him.
He still is stealing the show.
Mm-hmm.
And see that I am loving Nikolai. Like, I mean, like I love who's playing him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see more of it.
I never saw like, because I didn't see like audition tapes or like
No.
anything like that. I just saw his picture and I was like, okay, I can see it. But like watching him in that very first scene
Yes.
with Kaz and Jesper, I was like, this is perfection.
Yeah, I agree.
He just carries those attitude lines really well.
I'm so excited. Oh my god, and I love the way that he corrects everybody, and he does in the books. But the way he says privateer,
Privateer.
Like,
There's a difference.
Oh my god, and I love it. Love it.
I'm waiting for the improbable line.
I'm sure. Yeah,
That's
we're gonna
coming.
get it.
Yeah.
So it's just so interesting the way, and like, so we're already on the ship with Mal and Alina,
Mhm.
and yeah, they're gonna go get the sea whip, but they're getting it to like, I mean, obviously defeat the Darkling, but the Darkling's not with them.
Because Alina is on a path to continue to like destroy the fold. Like she's not wanting to run away and live a life in like some private place like Book Alina did.
Yeah.
Show Alina is on a mission.
She's on a mission. Yep, she wants to tear down the fold. They make a really big point through in the storyline of this whole episode to make sure that we know that, I mean, the whole country and everybody hates Alina and the Darkling. Like,
that's one thing I need to like check on. Like, I don't remember there being so much Alina hate in the book.
Because it wasn't written. Like, I mean, I don't think it was written. I think it was mostly like we were paying attention to actual storyline. They're putting in here now because I mean, the way this storyline is happening, it's just from the surroundings and hearing all the people saying like the fold expanded.
But weren't
it's
there,
all
like,
because of
paintings and people selling the bones and like weren't people celebrating Alina?
Yeah, but I don't think I feel like maybe they're holding off on that. Not yet. I think because it just like I think we're getting there. I don't think we're there yet. But you're right. It's really weird. Well, I thought it was weird.
I enjoyed, even though like I thought that some of it was a little useless, I enjoyed the look into Novia Zem. Like, I enjoyed
God. It was gorgeous.
like the culture and the
Yes.
I did enjoy it, like the costuming and
Yeah.
the things like that.
And the way they protected Alina and like helped Alina and
Yeah.
Mal, and I don't know what they did. They did some kind of like new.
It's gonna be the new.
It's gonna be something.
It's gonna be the new Mockingjay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it. And then there is so much that went into this. Like my brain is literally like fried. I feel like I'm
The whole time when Mal's like running away from the First Army in Novia Zem, my brain's weird. I kept thinking of Aladdin. He's like, one step away from the da 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 da.
That is so great. I love that.
That's where my brain went. I don't know, but
He's moving around. He's like, I mean, they're making sure that we see that
Yeah.
he's a good fighter.
And I think as far as like a TV show, like they need to have like excitement, and
Mm-hmm.
so like they needed to have that like attention grabbing. I get it, but like I don't know. I just would like to know why we had to change things up the way that.
Yeah, it makes you wonder where else. Like, I mean, if we're starting off here
Mhm.
and changing things up, but I mean, at the same time, we had to know something had to change up because we had no clue how they were going to combine the
Yeah.
Six of Crows story
Yeah.
with this. So it's just now we're seeing it.
And so at the end, where Nina says she wants to get into Hellgate and Kaz is like, I can get you visits, I think that's how we're going to come to the Six of Crows story. Because when you start Six of Crows, we already know that we're going to Hellgate.
Yep.
So I think this, and it doesn't talk about Nina's attempts to get him out and all the whatever. So I think during this season, we're going to see Nina visit Hellgate. We're going to see Nina attempting on her own because Kaz he's not at the point yet where he's like, oh, we're doing this. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I just need your help.
Dirta Parem has not been introduced yet. I'm
No.
just saying, like, I mean, I'm waiting for like seeing like.
When was that?
I mean, that wasn't until Six of Crows,
Yeah.
but I mean, it is the main story behind like, I mean, Six of Crows, Dirta Parem, and I'm just wondering if like that. I'm waiting. I feel like it's gonna get introduced somehow. I think they're going to.
Well,
if
they
that's
didn't even like Alina not working at the Jerda factory. Like that's already like we're already missing part of that like introduction.
Yeah,
that's a big anyway.
Have they even showed Jerda and talked about Jerda at all? Because I mean, yeah, we've got to first learn what Jerda is before we can learn what Dirta Parem is.
Well, we didn't really know what it was really. Like we knew in Siege and Storm that it was
stimulant.
a stimulant that people chewed on, but that's all we got.
Yeah.
Until Six of Crows,
and that's
so.
Right. It's gonna be interesting to see where it goes. And I think we've got a whole season, and I'm excited to watch more of it.
Yeah.
And I can't I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we're leaving out, but there's so much in this one episode.
We see Kaz freak out for the first time.
Yeah, that
flashback. There was one flashback that like hit really hard.
I didn't expect that. There's 2 or 3 really quick flashbacks.
But that second one where the kid is literally like crying.
Oh, and
ouch. Like
yeah,
that was deep.
Yep, and I think we're going to see so much more of that.
That was heartbreaking.
It was. It's also not explained at all. It's just kind of thrown out there. So
that's the way they did it in the books, though. We had no idea what was happening. But they're gonna have to address that before.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh yeah.
That's why I was surprised that we already saw such a like him being repulsed by someone touching him. Like I didn't expect that to happen so soon. I know we're there and that he's always like that, but
there's no way they're gonna go the whole season without hitting on that.
There's just so much in this one episode. It's just like I feel like we've hit a lot of different things. I'm excited about it, but it also was like, oh my God, like what else are we?
It's a lot.
It is. So, whew. Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm so excited. I feel like I just ran a marathon.
We kind of did.
Yeah, we did.
In our brains.
So, yeah, everybody, we are obviously going to be taking a little break from Hellbent. Hope y'all
I'm sure
okay
you
with that.
understand.
I'm sure y'all are good. So, we would love to hear what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Please, please, please do let us know. If there's anything we said that was wrong, clock us on it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let us know. Let us know what the facts are, because, I mean, we have no clue. No.
We do have clues.
We do have clues. But we love you all. We want to hear what you guys think. We'd love to hear if there's anything you want us to discuss, anything like, so we're going to be doing episode 2 next week.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a part that you particularly like or have a question about, hey, yeah, we're going to be all figuring this out together. But anyways, it's been phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yay.
And yeah, there's no news because news is right here. Like this is the news.
This is your news.
This is news. This is what we've been waiting on and talking about for news for years. So here we are. The news, yeah, no news. Okay, well, it's been fantastic. We love you all, and we will see you guys next week. Long live the Grishaverse.
Like, we're at the end of the hour, so my voice is a little husky. A+.
No mourners.
No funerals.
This has been GrishaCast. Connect with us on the web at GrishaCast.com. Send an email to info@GrishaCast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok at GrishaCast.
And thank you to our amazing staff, Chris, Michelle, Alex, and Brenda.